Actress SHELLEY DUVALL died this past July. She was 75. Her last movie, indie horror film The Forest Hills, will open October 4th, 2024. She vanished from public life in 2002, retiring to a small town in Texas. But a few years ago, looked to make a comeback. Quote, Jessica Tandy won an Oscar when she was 80. I can still win, end quote. But why did she leave Hollywood? SHELLEY DUVALL was born in Fort Worth, Texas in 1949 and raised in Houston. At age 18, DUVALL was attending her boyfriend's art opening when she was discovered by Robert Altman's people. She would go on to star in 7 Altman pictures, including playing Olive Oyl in Popeye. She was hesitant to do it because she was called Olive Oyl in grade school. In fact, she was reluctant to fully commit to a showbiz career. She had an aptitude and interest in science.
You set out to be a nutritionist.
That's correct. Well, a scientist. I was going to be Miss Einstein or something like that.
Do you still harbor ambitions in that area? The science, chemistry, nutrition, whatever it might have been that you were somewhere they told me nutritionist. Is that true or false?
Well, that's partially true,
Partially
yes.
true.
Nutrition and diet therapy was one of the courses that I was studying at the time that I got discovered and by Robert Altman as an actress. My first film was done in the city that I grew up in, Houston, Texas. So I never even had to leave home to become an actress.
But do you harbor the ambitions at all that you had in the area of science?
Well, sure I do. I still subscribe to just about every scientific publication there is. And occasionally pick up a book on nutrition and diet therapy.
When Altman said, I'm going to make you a star, or whatever it was that he said to you, how did you respond to that? What did you think at the time?
Well, actually, they said, you're an actress. And I said, oh, no, I'm not really. I've never even had speech or drama in high school, much less, any experience at it. I'd never even done a play. And I didn't see my first play until 1974. So I learned the hard way, I guess, by trial and error. And it wasn't until after my third film that I decided I was.
Of course, we remember her as Wendy Torrance from the frightfully disturbing The Shining. For years, rumors floated around of the director Stanley Kubrick's abusive behavior on set. Duvall once saying to critic Roger Ebert that her experience had been almost unbearable. But when pressed recently on her interactions with the perfectionist director, she said, quote, he's got that abusive streak in him. He definitely has that, end quote.
Keep the video rolling.
Keep video rolling.
Reduce the smoke a little, Alan.
Reduce the smoke a little bit, Al.
Okay, turn over.
Okay, turn over.
All right,
roll video and action, Shelley.
Action, Shelley! Head it. We're killing ourselves out here, and you've got to be ready.
I am too. I'm standing
So we
right
play
by
mood
the
music?
door. No, I can't.
Yeah, but when you came in like this, you said, just
We're sitting there because they say, wait a minute,
okay.
and then you say on the
But
radio,
when you
go.
do it, you've got to look desperate, Shelley. You're just wasting everybody's time now.
I can't even get
Well,
this
pushing it
door
against
open.
it.
You
Well-
have...
The staircase scene reportedly took 127 takes, a world record. When Shelley reflected on the scene, she started crying. When asked why, she said, quote, every day. It was very hard. Jack was so good, so damn scary. I can only imagine how many women go through this kind of thing, end quote. Another rumor surrounding The Shining was that it was so intense, she fled Hollywood, becoming a recluse. She did retire, but work was steady in the 80s, including her hit Showtime show, Fairy Tale Theater, each one-hour episode based on a famous fairy tale. Guest starred many of the popular actors of the day. She did move back to Texas in the 90s when her brother was diagnosed with spinal cancer, after which projects tapered off. Reports of mental illness cropped up over the years, and Shelley reappeared in 2016 on the Dr. Phil show.
loved Robin Williams. I don't think he's dead.
Where do you think he is?
Shape-shifting.
Do you see him?
Have, yes.
A star's descent into mental illness.
The man who's threatening me is the sheriff of Nottingham. I think there's a whirring disc inside me. I'm very sick. I need help.
Well, that's why I'm here.
This appearance created some controversy. Phil insisted that she get help and that he would get her psychiatric treatment. Accompanied by a psychiatric nurse, the show flew her out to a treatment center in Calabasas. Phil then reported that they flew her back to her family and boyfriend, where a local specialist would look after her.
Said that you exploited her mental condition. Do you regret what you did there?
Oh, I don't regret what I did. I regret that it was promoted in a way that people thought was unbecoming. And there are parts of that story that I haven't talked about and won't talk about in specific, but I can say generally that we worked with her family. We worked with her for over a year off camera after that fact in providing her opportunities for inpatient and outpatient psychiatric care. Just, I can't tell you the extent we went to. And the people that were critical of it, nobody ever asked them what they ever did to try and help her. And the answer is not a damn thing.
There are no clear answers as to why Shelley Duvall disappeared from public. It's possible that there were multiple factors, one being mental illness. The world at large may never know, and just speculate as to how poorly her mental health declined over the years and if any treatment was able to help. But it looks as though she was excited about the new film and that there may be more opportunities on the horizon. You cannot deny the incredible success she had in the entertainment business and that her legacy will live on through her work. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a new video. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, thanks for watching.